Welcome to Forever, man. Let's go. Come on. This forever. No surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever. Go. And there will be no surrender. Now allow me to reintroduce myself. They call me.
You're now tuned in to the Dads Who Live podcast. I'm Joel Staley with my co-host Tyler Gata.
On this episode of the Dads Who Live podcast, we talk about all kinds of different random shit, everything under the sun, all the way from metrosexuality and men to sex trafficking, and end on a positive note of how to be your best self coming out of the coronavirus epidemic.
So, the girl you have a date with tonight, we're not gonna
We're not putting this on the podcast.
We won't say any names or anything, but the last time I ran into her, I still don't know how to say her name because I feel like it's spelled one way, but she says it the other one. So last time I ran into her, she was drunk, and I was a little drunk too, obviously. But I was like, hey, and I said her name like my best guess, and she got so mad at me that I don't even know if we're cool anymore. I was like, whoa, it's an honest mistake. I did that to someone on the phone yesterday. A new client, his name was, how would you pronounce B-R-Y-N?
B-R-Y-N?
Yeah.
Brian, right?
I went for Brian, and it was
That's
Bryn.
what I would go for.
I went for Brian, and it was Bryn. So,
I don't have a date tonight, but I know who you're talking about.
oh, nice. What happened?
Nothing.
So, I do have a question for you. Obviously, I got this sick tan this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I just went to shout out Touch and Tan. Do you shave your arms?
Fuck yeah.
You
I
have
got
to-
tattoos.
If you have sleeves, you got to shave your arms.
Yours aren't shaved.
They're not, because I was supposed to get my sleeve finished the day before the tattoo parlor shut down. First, I was supposed to get it finished when we went to Atlanta. And then we went to Atlanta. So I rescheduled. And the next day, I was supposed to get it finished. The parlor shut down until this COVID stuff.
I was wondering about that. So I got my chest started right before this shit happened. And I got another appointment. I think it's like in July. But if shit just opens up in July, do I still get my appointment? Or do they cancel my shit and like try to get in all the other people that they missed?
That's a valid, because he said,
I would
he's
think
like,
I still get my
he's
appointment.
Like, dude,
They're
you get
probably-
first dibs.
The other
when-
people get fucked, I bet.
Probably. I mean, if you have an appointment, I would think so.
But I hope it's open by July.
But you got to think for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is, people aren't going to be scheduling. So you'll probably be all right. They'll probably just block it out. But what I was getting at was, as far as bodybuilders and guys who are building their physique go, we do a lot of kind of borderline gay stuff. As far as like tan, shave our arms, a lot of guys shave their legs, wax their chest. Like, where do you draw the line at?
I mean, first of all, there's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm definitely not homophobic. I have gay family members. So I really don't give a shit. I mean, I take it as, some people call it like metrosexual or whatever. The way I see it, I gotta move this fucker around so I can look in my camera and at you. The way I see it is, we take pride in how we look, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean you're gay.
So where do you draw the line, I guess?
I don't
Or
know.
is there no line?
Where were we coming back from?
Bleach your butthole?
Yeah, that's probably the line. Where were we coming back from? Were you where we got manis or petties or whatever the fuck it is?
Oh, New York. Yeah.
So that's pretty gay. I mean,
I think being gay is determined by who you have sex with. Not
I
by
agree.
not
Okay,
by
well, that's what we're going
We'll
with.
say more feminine then. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend
that's
everyone
what it should
in
be
this
because
room
we're not
here.
homosexual. in this room.
Right, we're not homophobic here,
That's what I meant. Homophobic. God damn it.
but feminism. So we're, I guess bleaching the butthole's the line that we draw in the sand.
I think that's my feminine line is bleaching the butthole.
Okay. Huh. All right.
I mean, I'm good with I wax my eyebrows. My brother,
you?
Oh yeah,
I need
my
to do
brother's
that,
actually
man.
a hairstylist. He's fucking super successful hairstylist. Super proud of him. But he cuts my hair and he waxes my eyebrows. My eyebrows are fucking like yours are not
Mine are
as
terrible.
bad. Mine are like the only Italian part of the Italian side that I get is my fucking eyebrows. So they're these huge bushy eyebrows if I don't take care of it.
Yeah, I got to get on the eyebrow game, but I don't think a mani-pedi's gay, dude. I think that's like, especially because it's typically
We're not saying gay. We're saying feminine.
feminine. Just kidding, feminine. I don't think a mani-pedi's feminine because like I will say, I went to go get a pedi one time with Amy, and I was this was back when I was smoking weed a lot more. So I
More
was
than
like,
the everyday you do now.
I ran out and like, but anyway, I went to go get a pedi, and it's always been like a little Asian girl, or like we had all girls when we went to New York. It's typically a girl, right? It's same thing with like a massage. You expect it to be a girl, but this little, I bet if I can't say gay, I probably can't say lady boy. But this little tiny Asian man came out and he's like looking at me like he's gonna be the one to rub my feet, and I like internally freaked out. I was like, well, I'm not. Like, I'm already uncomfortable because I'm high out in public, which I shouldn't have been, and which is why I don't do it anymore. But then I thought, like, I wouldn't have been able to enjoy myself just because I'd been so uncomfortable. And some people will argue that that's homophobic, or that like maybe I'm insecure about something. But dude, I just like, I can't get into that. I would rather
I don't know.
relax.
I mean, there's, like I said, there's nothing wrong with being gay or bisexual or whatever you are. But there's also nothing wrong with not being gay or bisexual. I mean, if you're a straight guy, like, I wouldn't want to get a massage by a dude. I mean, that's just my preference. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with either one, but that's just my personal preference. That doesn't make me homosexual because I don't want some dude rubbing me down.
But like a manly chick is awesome to get a massage from.
I mean,
If you
I
want a deep
suppose,
tissue.
yeah. If they, I don't know. I got a good friend of mine, Danny, that is not manly at all, but she's a lifting chick, and she's got some badass strong hands, and she gets deep in the tissue,
Yeah.
and it feels great.
Because you don't want like an 80
Not the bad
pound
tissue.
girl.
This is all. It's just a friend.
You don't want like an 80-pound girl that you don't feel anything and she's trying her hardest, but you don't want like also Broomhilda that's gonna throw you around and make you feel like inferior.
Are we still talking about mani-pedis, or are we talking about massages?
Massage.
So, like, on a massage, I don't know, man. I've had some little chicks like fucking get on top of me and put their elbow in it, and that shit still feels good. Oh, I do have a crazy massage story. So there was this one time, when was this? I think this was last summer, but maybe it was 2 summers ago because I was still going to Genesis. But I was at the gym, and I was super stressful, and like had these knots in my traps. And when I get like really bad, if I'm not doing yoga or taking care of myself and just lifting, and I'm stressed out, I'll get these knots in my traps that'll like actually run through the back of my head, and I'll get tension headaches and shit. So it was one of those days, and I was like, man, I gotta get a fucking massage today. Like, I have to. Like, this is debilitating. So I call around. No one's open for a massage. I call this place here in Omaha. I was up 144th and Center. I won't say the name. I actually don't even remember the name. But they're like, oh, yeah, we get you in. Come right up. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So I go up there. I did not partake in anything illegal. But I walk in. I get my normal massage. And this fucking place, like, they got rails. Like, they got cube rooms, open ceilings, and, like, rails run along the top of the ceilings. And I walk in. I'm like, huh. The fuck is that for? That's kind of weird. So I lay down, I'm getting ready for my massage. This chick comes out, like, gets on top of me, stands on me, holds these fucking rails, and is like walking on my back, like walking all the way up and down my legs, my body, just like giving me a foot massage. It was really fucking weird. And then she quit doing that, did like the normal massage or whatever. And I got done and paid or whatever. And I was like, man, that seemed like a rub and tug place. I was like, that was fucking weird. Like, just the way that she went about everything, like, I don't know, getting a little touchy. Like, I didn't do anything, but I was like, man, this seems like it would be a rub and tug. So I fucking, I was talking to my buddy Max about it, and I told him, and he's like, oh yeah, it probably was. I was like, really? It's like, dude, I've never been to one of those places, like, ever in my entire life. And so he Googles it on Backpage, and sure enough, there's like all kinds of sexual. I don't know how the fuck those places stay open.
Is that the one, was it Jim Flowers?
I have no clue, man. This was in West Omaha too, like 144th and Center. So I didn't think that would ever happen, you know? But it was crazy.
So
I was like, fuck, I could have got blowy.
when I was stationed in Connecticut, we were only like an hour and a half away from Providence, Rhode Island. And a fun fact, I'm not sure if it's still the case, but back in 2008, 2012 era, the mayor was like this old mob guy. So the law was prostitution was legal as long as it was indoors, meaning like you couldn't be out on the streets soliciting, but those rub and tug places were everywhere. Everyone knew about it. It was completely illegal. And then when we went down to Florida, I know that a couple shipmates also went to an Asian parlor, and it was they all got little hand jobs down there too. So the one in Providence, though, it wasn't just like a hand job. Like you could have whatever you wanted essentially, and like they said that these aren't going to be
Jill
Facebook
didn't
clips
do
on
it.
my main page though. This is
Yeah, we're not sharing this one. This one goes to the
like-
group only.
every time that people
You got to give the people what they want.
The funny thing is on our next podcast, we have a pastor. Like right after this.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. We got to get it out now. Like, fuck.
Every
Gotta
time
get it
you
out
would
now.
go, it would be a completely new crew because and that's what started weirding people out because you first you go and people are like, oh, this is cool, man, these hot Asian chicks, and like you can do whatever you want, but then you start to realize like, oh, this is like a sex trafficking.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
this
that
is
shit's
not
not
good.
good.
No.
Yeah.
So once you
Not
make
good.
that connection, because you got to think these are like 18, 19-year-old guys, a lot of them that can't get laid. So you go to the club, if nothing pops off, you're like, well,
This
we can
is
go get a
also,
massage.
I mean, sex trafficking is still real today, but this is how long ago?
This was this was 10 years ago.
Yeah. So it was a long fucking time ago. But yeah, that's my deal. I've never, I know there's lots of guys that have gone to those fucking rub and tugs and actually got tugged or whatever. I personally never have, nor would I, because of sex trafficking, man. That's just like, think about it. You have a daughter. I don't have a daughter. I just have a boy. But if you could think of your daughter, like, you know, someone got taken and was forced into that shit.
Taken, I was just thinking of that movie. Like,
Yeah.
that's a perfect example. They drug
Yeah.
them up, and like, when they come to, if they come to,
I was
they're
thinking
like,
of Queen of the South.
what's that one?
You never seen Queen of the South? Oh god, you gotta
Movie
watch
or-
that shit. It's a show on Netflix. It's really fucking good though.
Sex trafficking?
They start with like some sex trafficking, drug muling and shit, but it's like how this chick actually gets taken into one of the rings, and then she like overcomes everything and turns into one of the biggest drug bosses.
Dude, yeah, that's nuts. Have you seen the documentary on Boys Town that's here in Omaha?
No,
Oh, dude.
on Netflix.
It's on like YouTube's the only place you can find it. But essentially it goes hand in hand with that Epstein deal where like all these powerful people in the government, they basically like have to get the rocks off, and it's super weird. So like Boys Town, literally it was priests running it, and they were like trafficking little boys. Like, it's nuts.
And Boys Town here in Omaha.
Boys Town, yeah.
Oh shit!
It's
How long
crazy.
ago? I had no clue.
So how it started is one kid was missing for so long, and then he escaped, and he basically told somebody everything that was going on, and they like, there's a lot of money in Boys Town, so a lot of stuff got, hush hush. But yeah, look it up on YouTube. It's all there, man. It's nuts, and it's right down the street from us. It's like a mile or two away from us right now.
Dude, there's this crazy human trafficking statistic. Human trafficking earns $150 billion a year, billion with a B, for traffickers. 99 billion of which comes from commercial sexual exploitation.
That's disgusting.
Dude, because there's something about once you're in the most powerful and elite, not everyone obviously, but you get this craving for power, and there's something about like if you can have any woman, you can have any guy or whatever. I don't know what it is, but there's some like perversion with just like being able to conquer stuff you're not supposed to be doing. I mean, it's super common. I don't personally get it, but it's like,
Well, they say rape is not about sex.
it's about
power.
And 71% of these enslaved people are women or girls.
Man.
29% are boys.
It's funny. I was talking a while back to one of my buddies. This was a while back, but and it wasn't about human trafficking or rape or anything like that, but it was about challenges. And it was like we were going over how in this society it's a hookup culture, and you have your Tinders and your Bumbles and your Hinges, and like it's never been easier ever to get laid for single people. Probably not you married people. But you're like, I'm just fucking with you. Sorry, Amy. But for single people,
Don't worry, it's still a challenge for us married folks.
Yeah,
Tim, get in here and testify.
right? So it's never been easier, but it's like a catch-22 because it's harder to actually date. Like it's harder to actually get someone that's serious and wants to invest the time in you because people have so many fucking options and things are just so easy. So it got to a point to where, like, you know, I'd go on these deals where I'd go on a few dates or quite a few dates, and then you just like lose interest. You're like, man, this isn't even fun. Like they just come too easy. Things are too easy. Blah blah blah. And my buddy goes, try this, and he goes, instead of trying to sleep with them, try not to sleep with them. He's like make a point to not tell yourself like I'm not giving it up. Instead of the chick telling herself like she's not giving it up, tell yourself you're not giving it up.
That's a real thing. That's called pleasure delaying.
Okay.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a psychology for people that are having a hard time finding the right person. It's because they're going straight to immediate gratification right away. And so pleasure delaying actually allows you to experience actually the sexual satisfaction better if
And
you
it
wait.
allows you time to get to know somebody.
That's correct.
Right?
That's
so you're
exactly-
not just jumping right into something and then like
That's a
you
real
know,
thing. Yeah.
I got a better challenge for you, man.
Oh, God.
Why don't you upload a picture of some like ugly motherfucker and still try to get laid? What? Just use a straight game.
So you're trying to reverse catfish?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
me? Like
Fish,
act like
fish
I'm-
cat. Yeah, like upload a picture of like some doofy
Oh,
looking
my God.
dork.
I love
and then
it.
still try to pull some hot chicks.
That's
That way you know you really got game and
I'll
it's not.
have Joel send you a couple pictures of himself and see.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
well, I'll upload Joel. I'll act like I'm Joel.
Dude,
and
speaking
see.
of, so you could do a lot worse, ladies. I'm just saying. But I was thinking, I don't know if Tinder's even still a thing. I've been out of the game for like a long time, but I did used to have an idea. If I got on Tinder and I just put like an ad, like, you know, me looking shredded or like before and after pictures of people, and I targeted dudes. So it wasn't like me trying to hook up, but then it said like
Kind of seems like it's going towards the feminine start to the podcast.
tired of getting swiped left, go to joelstaleyfitness.com right now and get back on the right track. And so that way, like, all these horny dudes aren't finding any chicks, and they're like, yeah, I should get jacked. Like, we go to my website.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you probably just get a lot of dick pics.
I'll take a couple dick pics if they sign up for a free trial. Like, that'll be my give and take.
I don't know, but I got an idea for a dating app. There needs to be a fit and single dating app.
There's gotta be, isn't
There's
there?
not one that I know of. I mean, I guess maybe if there is, it's not popular like Tinder or Bumble or whatever, but there should be one that you have to
Chad,
be
can you look?
like in the gym a certain amount of times a week and like fit. Because I like me some fit chicks. I don't want no
Yeah.
rails.
Fit chicks are good, man. They get on my nerves sometimes, just like even fit guys do. It's
They've
not
got-
a blanket statement, but
They've got fitness singles. So it's like, you know, she might be big, but she's fit.
I mean, she can't be bigger than me, you know. But
Yeah, there's meat singles that are into fitness. There are. There's a site. It's fitness-singles.com if you want to sponsor us. Our sponsor's phone number is
the only one Joel's ever been on was Grindr.
Grinder. That's a gay one, right? We can't say gay anymore
No.
on this podcast. We might be
Can we
setting a
talk
record.
about? Can we talk? All right. So in the last podcast, we talked about waking up early and getting back on our routine.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this
I
up.
want to go back into this. So we've been doing accountability buddies. He's trying to throw in some money, which I don't need the money part
See,
of it.
that's the
but-
thing, man. It's like I don't care anymore. We've talked about this before when we talk about coaches.
So $100 after I said this morning, 100. I never agreed. Like I agreed in a podcast. We never like shook hands and put $100 in a
We
pot.
can't shake hands anymore. It's Corona time.
I'm just
so I
saying,
thought
we
like
didn't bump
where is your
elbows and
bond?
shake hands. I'm just saying, like, we never agreed, like, we just started texting each other at 5:30 in the morning. And you are trying to overachieve and wake up at like 5. I'm like,
Because
whatever, dude.
I know myself, if I usually want to snooze for 15. And so, perfect example of why the $100 is important. Like, we all know you need to have skin in the game to take it more serious. But the other day, I set my alarm for 5 because I knew my bitch ass would snooze. I wake up at 5:40. This is when I texted you at like 5:43 that one day. So wake up, look at my clock or my phone. It says 5:42, and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna gain $100. So all of a sudden, I sprint out of bed, go down to my kitchen, take a picture of the coffee thing.
Oh, that's why it was a coffee picture.
5:43. I'm like, you up, bitch, or like whatever it was.
Yeah.
So if that $100 isn't on the line for me, and I'm like, yeah, piss gate off, well, who cares? But if it's $100, it's like, whoa, I don't want to lose that $100. So it works for me. Maybe not everybody, but.
I mean, what's a better accountability than like than a podcast, a national podcast? Everybody's keeping you accountable now, right? So you have to get up.
But that's what
I don't want to
found.
lose. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to lose. And we both got up at 5:30 or close to 5:30 all week. But at the same point in time, like, man, I'm living my life for me. You know, if I don't need to get up at 5:30 or I don't know. I don't know, man. I want to do what I'm going to do.
But I thought you said on one of the last podcasts that you wanted to wake up at 5:30 and you were having trouble.
And I
with
have
it.
been, but I'm not saying that it needs to happen
Okay.
every single day. I don't know.
See, yeah.
But see, for me,
This is the best streak I've had in a long time, and it's because
It's
I
been
wake up and
fucking
I'm
3
like,
days, bro.
okay, I don't want to lose to Gata, and I definitely don't want to pay $100.
it's been 3 days. All
been
right,
like a
it's
week.
not a streak.
I was gonna do weekend too. I was gonna try to go for 100 days straight.
But my business, we started our lawn season, so like now I have to be up by 6 o'clock anyways, regardless. So no matter what, I'm getting up at 6 every morning. 'Cause we start work at 7 every morning.
well, like Amy's home, Kennedy's home. One of us always has to be watching the baby. I have sales calls. She has work she has to do. And then family times 5 to 7. Usually I have 7 to 8 open for sales calls. And then like 8 to 9 is like my unwind, like, all right, take a deep breath time. So if I don't wake up at 5:30 and get to the gym when Kennedy's sleeping, like I cannot get there without pawning her off on Amy and having her lose productivity in her day. So if I don't wake up early, I can't get to the gym or workout or yoga or any of that stuff right now.
But the point is it's worked out well for us. So we've $100 or not, we've been accountability buddies. We're getting back in our routine and our schedule. I'm not waking up at 5:30 in the morning on weekends. I'm just not doing it. But during the week, it's great. And it's like, dude, it feels good. Like, and it doesn't have to be 5:30, but whatever time you set, get on a routine, get on a schedule, and it feels good. This morning, I got 20 minutes of cardio in. I got a lift before this podcast. I was still at work at 7. And I'm here shooting podcasts now. You know,
Where'd you get all your home gym stuff? I've been meaning to ask you that too.
So, my power racks and stuff, I think one of them I bought off Amazon, and some of the weights and power racks I bought from a buddy years ago. Well, I guess probably like 3 years ago. But my cable machine and all that other stuff I got from Amazon, but I don't know if you can get them from Amazon anymore.
Roundabouts,
Like right now,
because we're getting ready to move here once like houses are on the market again. We've looked and there's like nothing. But that's like my one requirement is I want to have a home gym or even a garage gym if it's a 3-car, whatever. But like roundabouts, what did you spend or what do you need to spend to have a decent setup, do you think? Do you have the mats?
Yeah.
So yeah, mats, equipment, all that stuff.
I honestly don't remember. I got some adjustable dumbbells that like you can add weight to and stuff. But right when this Corona stuff started happening and I knew I was going to have to go, I actually took my home gym down because I was trying to finish my basement. So I had my home gym down in storage. And then when all this shit happened, I was like, nope, time to put the home gym back up. Basement's going to have to wait. But I ran and grabbed some off Facebook Marketplace. And actually, I didn't even find them. I just put a Facebook post up. And one of my buddies tagged me on this deal off Facebook Marketplace. But I found some Bowflex 90-pound dumbbells that I found off Facebook Marketplace.
Adjustable?
Yeah, adjustable. But I'm not going to say the guy's name, but he fucked me. He was a dick. So you got to watch out. It was like, you know, I got a good deal on them. But
The clip's broken.
We're
right?
all set up like a night before, right? And so he messages me the morning I'm coming to get him. Like when I'm already, and they were in Lincoln, so I had to drive like 45 minutes to go get him. And I was already like halfway there, and he's like, "Oh shit, I was loading these up, and one of the plastic parts of the clip broke off on one of these, one of the dumbbell slides." He's like, "The metal part's still there, it still holds, but I just want to give you a heads up." And I was like, "Well, fuck, I'm already on the way now, you know." So I was like, all right, I'll come check it out. So I go in there and I'm looking at them, and the metal part was holding, right? I picked them up. I went through every single weight, picked them up, shook them around. It was fine. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll give you the money. They're like impossible to find right now. You can't even get them off like Dick's, you know? And no, they're not on Amazon. It's just weight equipment right now is hard as fuck to find. So I figured, whatever, I'll take it. So I used them one day, and the fucking clip wouldn't hold and it falls out. So now I have one dumbbell that works perfect and one dumbbell that I cannot use 45 or 50 or 55 pounds on.
Oh, that sucks. Those are pretty common weights too.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So my buddy just got a camper, man. What are your thoughts on like?
But for home gym, I'd say like, I mean, if you want a legit home gym with nice equipment and the pads and everything, I'd say like $3,000.
$3,000, you can get a pretty good hookup.
I think so. I think my cable machine was like $1,500. I want to say. I think you can get a squat rack. I don't know. I bought some of my stuff used too. So I mean, it depends. I think if you're buying new weight, it's pretty expensive. But I think if you can find some used shit, I think $3,000 is a pretty good budget.
Hang up some like cool
But I have
stuff.
seen, like, I've seen guys in our Dads Who Lift Facebook group that have been, one dude fucking cemented buckets into a pole. Did you see that?
No.
So he's got like a pole, and then on the outside he's got buckets with cement in them, and it's like he weighted, it's like 130 pounds or something, and that's what he's using to bench press. And he actually sets it on jack stands in his garage floor and lays on the garage floor and uses that as his bench. So it's like, during these times, man, do what you got to do. Stay swole.
That seems a little excessive.
I mean, I've seen
For
other guys.
130 pounds, especially. If it was like 225, I mean, if it's 130 pounds, just do some push-ups. Like, why waste the buckets and cement?
I've seen other guys welding together like homemade dumbbells. I've seen other people doing pull-ups off their deck.
Yeah.
You know, push-ups, bands. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, man.
I cannot get stoked behind the home workouts, man. I'm trying some more. It's just I'm forcing it. It's like putting a circle peg in a square hole. I'm like, it's a grind. I hate it. I love going to the gym.
So I'm fortunate enough. Well, actually, you go to the same gym, so we're fortunate enough that Iron Heaven is still open. Shout out to Iron Heaven. Man, I'm not going to cancel my membership because it's a local business and I want to support local businesses. But I haven't been going much because I do have the home gym. And so I've only been hitting Iron Heaven for leg days because I don't have I got squat racks. I can make it work, but I don't have all the nice fancy leg machines. And it's just not as good of a leg workout if I don't go to the actual gym. So I've been going to the gym for leg days, but dude, I'm not even going to do that anymore. Like with how serious shit's getting, how crazy shit's getting.
People will shame you on social media too. So one of your buddies posted a video of him at the gym or a picture like he always does.
Oh, okay.
And
shout out to Josh O.
and he just got like torched in the comments, and someone else in the Dads Who Lift group did yesterday too. I finally found a gym membership that works, and I had to kick a guy out, or I think I just muted him for 24 hours because
dude, I've been muting motherfuckers left and right. People are getting all kinds of
he's like, glad you can put my family's lives at risk so you can go get a pump. Like profanities.
Here's the thing, man. I am careful, but it's still, to me, it's not worth it. I get a kid to protect, and not only that, like I can fucking hypochondriac myself into feeling like I have it. Like, I can go to the gym and like freak out about it. And be like, oh shit! For the next day, I'm like, oh, do I have a sore throat? Oh god, let me check my temperature before bed. And I'm completely fine. I have no fucking symptoms. But so it's just not worth it for me. Even peace of mind. Even like yesterday, I went tanning. My tanning salon's still open too. You went tanning this morning. I don't even want to touch you or be this close to you because like even after the tanning, I felt like, oh man, this is nasty. Like. And I'm careful as fuck. Were you in a
bed or stand up?
I did stand up because I don't want to lay down anywhere.
Yeah. Big difference, I feel
and I still bring Lysol. So if I go to the gym, like I'm not one of those assholes who's just going to the gym and fucking touching everything and spreading everything all over. I Lysol fucking everything. I bring Lysol and hand sanitizer. I even brought Lysol and hand sanitizer into the fucking studio. Sprayed this whole table down and shit. All of our mics. That way we can lick them and all that stuff and not get the Rona. But so I spray every single machine down before I use it. I spray every machine down after I use it.
Well, that's what I was going to say about the gym. So, like, people will shame you, and I do agree. If you can stay out of it, stay out of it. But you go to the gym, everyone's wiping down every dumbbell, every rope, everything they touch, staying 10 feet away from each other. There's like 4 or 5 people in this huge gym, and people are like getting shamed for it. But then right after that, I had to go pick up something from the grocery store. We ran out of Lysol, exactly. And
Where did you find some?
It's just packed. There was some at Hy-Vee.
Oh shit!
But it's just like packed. Hundreds of people in Hy-Vee. I'm like, all right, people are freaking out about there's 4 people in this giant gym and there's 200 people in Hy-Vee just walking past each other 2 feet from each other. It's like, at least pick your battle.
The thing. So this thing stays on hard surfaces for 17 days. So that means it can even the bottom of your shoes. It can be on the bottom of your shoes for 17 days, and you could get it just taking your shoes out and off. You know what I mean? So like, there is no way that you're going to clean a gym 100%. There's no way that you're going to clean the floor. I mean, even if you wipe your machine down and all that shit and you're careful about what you touch and touching your face, you can still get it on your shoes. You can still get it on your pants. It lives on hard surfaces. It can even live on clothing for, I don't know if clothing's 17 days, but I think clothing is said like 5 to 7 days or something like that. So I think what people are saying is like, you know, the grocery store, get enough groceries to where you don't have to go every week. And the gym, it's not like, even if you say you did have to go to the grocery store once a week, that's once a week. You know, these guys go to the gym, that's every single day. So it is still spreading exposure. I'm not trying to tell people not to go to gyms. I mean, support your local businesses. You know, everybody needs to keep rolling and do what you got to do. But there's no way, like if there's coronavirus in that gym, you're going to get it on something. But like when I got done, so when I was in there for the last leg day, like I said, I brought Lysol. And so I have leg day shoes, you know, squat shoes. And when I got done, I even sprayed the floor in the gym down where I was standing before I took my shoes off, put my feet on that. And then I, you know, picked my shoes up, sprayed my shoes off and everything before I put them in my gym bag. I sprayed my headphones. I sprayed my water bottle. I took my watch off, sprayed my watch. I sprayed my phone. I mean, I sprayed everything before I left the gym and then hand sanitized before I got in my car.
Crazy times, man.
So if everybody's doing that, I don't know. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is like live your life, but be responsible. You know, you can't not go anywhere, but if you can avoid it, avoid it. There's nothing wrong with social distancing and avoiding. I mean, I'm still outside every day. I went on a bike ride yesterday, an 8-mile bike ride, and I love fucking bike rides. But you can be, like they say, 6 feet. So I can be on a bike ride, and there's a lot of fucking people out there in that park on the trail, but like, I'm not next to any of them. I'm not, you know, I'm still social distancing. And actually even, it was pretty windy that day, so you don't have to worry about, you know, breath or whatever as much. There was a couple people when I even had to ride like past them close, I just held my breath. I was like, I'm not.
I've been doing that a little bit too.
I don't want anybody's breath to pick up in the wind and come at me or something.
But you realize it's really about the particles that come out of their mouth. It's not so much about breathing it in. It's not really necessarily traveling through the air per se. It's the particles that come out of a little bit of spit comes out when you talk to people, and you guys are sitting pretty close. Sorry guys, I made you do it.
Yeah.
You guys wanted to sit on that side, so that's why I was.
And like, if I see old people at the store, or like, obviously I stay away. I'm not. This is tricky because everyone's like, ugh. But honestly, like, if you have immune or health issues or you're old, be extra careful. And I try to keep an eye out for you. If you have like lung problems, I can't spot you, obviously. But where do we draw the line in the sand? Yeah, we're 3 feet away from each other right now. Are we going to do this? A lot of people are doing podcasts like remote, but I 100% get it. At the same time, it's like this is a lot to take in.
If shit gets really bad, I mean, I had some Zoom meetings yesterday that I had to do remote because their offices were closed. You know,
I mean, I wouldn't worry about going to the park and riding your bike. I mean, being
outside is
good. Being outside is good. It's large gatherings of people, like at concerts and basketball games and work offices and things like that, where they're constantly close to each other. It's because when you speak to somebody, the particles that come out of their mouth, they do travel in the air, but it's about them touching you. It's not so much about you breathing.
Oh, even if like it gets on your arm or something?
No, well, if it gets on your arm,
it's got to go in your mouth, your nose, or your eyes, or
correct.
like an open cut.
That's right.
Or something like that. So
That's
it can
right.
get.
Yeah,
It's more. You're more susceptible to still get it in your mouth. Like if I ride by somebody and some particles get on my face,
right.
As long as I don't touch my shit or like it didn't get in my eye,
right.
I'm still good.
You're still good.
Where if I was breathing, like taking in a big breath because I'm exhausted and riding a bike, I would have sucked it right in.
The particles, if you're close, you got to be really close. And in a bike ride situation, I think that's super unlikely.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to. You're probably if you're riding 6 feet. 6 feet is on a bike, and you're going that fast. It's pretty close. I mean, you don't want to be 6 feet when you're riding a bike to somebody. You want to be 10 to 12 to.
Well, on the trail though, you're only a couple feet when you pass people.
When you pass people, that's true. But again, it would have to be a situation where it's like they turn at you and spit at you at the time you're passing them by. If they're doing that, you're getting off the bike and beating their ass.
Right.
So at that point, you're both getting it. So.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep down the Corona hole, man. It's like all I hear about.
I heard yesterday that they're expecting 100,000 to 240,000 or 250,000 deaths by the time this is over. So
and that's just this country.
Yeah, just in the USA, just in the US. So it is a big fucking deal. Though.
Oh, obviously, it's a huge deal.
We have to be careful. And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys can fact check, but swine flu, I think last year killed like 12,000 people. Is that right? Or not last year. Swine flu in 2009. It was 2009 when we had swine flu.
H1N1 killed like a shit ton of people in 2009.
But even the flu, I think the flu killed. Chad, look up what the flu killed last year. It was like 80,000 people or something like that. Maybe 60,000. But the point is like when this all started, everybody was saying that everybody was overreacting. And they're like, oh, the swine flu happened and killed 12,000 people and no one even knew about it. And we didn't shut anything down and blah, blah, blah. Or the flu kills this many thousand people a year and no one cares about that.
Definitely different.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's like, listen, man, 250,000, I'm pretty sure that's even more than the Spanish plague was. If it hits 250,000, that's a big fucking deal. So that's why you have to take it seriously, and that's why things are getting shut down, and you have to socially distance,
All right. Let's end this off on a positive note after Chad finds that fun fact for us.
How many push-ups did I do in that push-up challenge, though?
I want to say 75.
75?
Dude, that should be...
we should bring back the push-up challenge, because especially when everybody at home.
Yeah.
So, but that was
no
one
did it. Everyone was weird about it.
I think a lot of people still did it.
Like 8 people did it.
Really?
There's like in a group of 20,000.
Maybe that's why I was in the lead for a while.
And then push-ups are tricky too because everyone will say you're doing it not how they do it.
Yeah, you can't pause or you didn't go all the way down or your
elbows weren't tucked in enough or
curved.
Yeah. So,
but I did 30 push-ups before this podcast to get a little pump going, and I've lost it already. But I was pretty fucking winded, and I was like, man, how many did I do in that push-up challenge? But we were drunk, so I'm pretty sure that Screwball did a lot of those push-ups for me.
Yeah, 100%.
Plus, I had you and Paul, and was it just us, or was somebody?
His wife was there, and then
was John there?
Their kids. I don't think so.
I don't know, but I had some weird drunk, and I had some guys challenging me, so it's like, I'm not going to lose.
Right.
So 57,000 people died last year from influenza, and 47 million people got it.
In the U.S.?
So that's the difference, man. So you're talking 57,000 people to potentially 250,000 people, and that's with social distancing. The 250,000 is with all these precautions we're doing. Like, think if we didn't do that, how big it would be.
Way worse.
Yeah, I mean, early on, there were estimates in the millions based on where we were then. Now, obviously, the curve has been set, but still, man, 250,000, and hopefully that's just the high. Hopefully that's a high number, and we hit somewhere lower than that. I hate to say that. I'm talking about people's lives, but like, ever since I heard it, I was taking it seriously. I had started personally social distance. Luckily, I work in an office where there's only 3 people max, and I've got my own little space. So it's pretty nice. And I haven't really been around too many people. My girlfriend, my dog, that's pretty much it. But no, it's
This is when it pays to be a loner.
yeah, it kind of
It
does.
pays to have a small circle.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I enjoy being around people, and I think that's important. And that's the one thing I think that may come out of this is we're gonna, I don't know, hopefully it's a wake up call. There's got to be a silver lining. There has to be.
It's a thin line that I'm walking right now because a lot of people are going to disagree. And I mean, some people don't. If you're at the gym, yeah, don't be an idiot. Like, don't go to the gym if you don't have to go to the gym. But if you do go to the gym, clean up after yourself, go to a clean gym, and stay the hell away from people. If you're walking into a gym with 10 plus people, there's a reason gyms are still open here, because they're cleaning it like crazy people, and you stay the hell away from each other. I'm not saying just go out there and like cough in people's faces and be an idiot, but I mean, social distance, 100%. We live in a small house, dude. We live in a starter home with a baby, toys all over the place. Like, we're at each other's throats. Sometimes you gotta get the hell out of the house, and when you do, just stay 6 to 10 feet away from people and clean up your shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you fast and you drink whiskey every night.
Yeah,
So
I'm immune to basically
fasting
anything.
and whiskey kills the Rona. That's what I've heard.
Heard it here first.
Yeah. All jokes aside, though, this podcast, I don't even know what the fuck we're gonna
Yeah,
gonna
good
call
luck
this
finding
thing,
a snippet of this.
or what the fuck's gonna happen. But if we could go away, like, let's leave with a positive note, right? Coronavirus is happening. It's a shitty fucking thing. People are dying. Let's all pray for each other. Let's spread love. Let's spread happiness. Let's spread peace. Let's come out of this stronger. Let's stay together as society. Let's have integrity to ourselves and our daily lives. Let's live a good life. And yeah, really the biggest thing is like spread love. If you believe in a higher power like I do, pray for people. I don't want to get in off a tangent, but we
gotta wrap this bad boy up
There's
here.
lots of reasons why I think that this is happening, and I think even though it's a bad thing that people are dying, I think we can learn from it, move forward, and be better as a society.
Oh yeah,
So,
this is a big wake up call.
yep. So, all right, guys. Well, if you like this podcast, it was pretty crazy. But if you found anything entertaining, got any information, anything at all, please give us a like, share. We're on the Chad formats.
We're on Facebook. We're also on. God, see, I'm losing it.
iTunes,
SoundCloud,
YouTube,
iTunes.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, we have if you're a
Spotify.
dad who lifts, join our Facebook group, Dads Who Lift. There's 25,000 guys in this group, supportive community. All guys just trying to be the best dads that they can be and stay physically fit at the same time. We have a Dads Who Lift podcast Facebook page, and we also have a Dads Who Lift official IG account.
Official.
And get to YouTube though. Get to YouTube. That's
Yeah,
where
YouTube.
that's where all the awesome content is.
And give us a 5-star review, guys. We appreciate it. On next week's episode of the Dads Who Lift podcast, we have on Larry Hagner, host of the Dad Edge podcast, father of 4 boys, founder of the Good Dad Project, and founder of the Good Dad Edge Alliance. Don't miss this one, guys. It's going to be great.